Hello, engineering students. In this video lesson, you're going to learn how to draw this Sharpie marker highlighter pen. You can apply any of the skills that you learned in this video for drawing any kind of writing utensil like this. And as always, you should be referencing the concept sketching rubric when you're creating sketches for class. Always try to shoot for the maximum points. Neatness does matter. Make sure you're not smudging your page. Attention to detail is very important. Your shading and proportions are important. And in this lesson, we are going to get started by grabbing some graph paper, a pencil, and a ruler. So have your paper, pencil, and a ruler set up in front of you, a nice clean space. What I like to do is put a sheet or two of regular paper behind my graph paper, so I have a nice soft drawing surface. And for this particular sketch, we're gonna do a 3 by 21 unit rectangle. So pick a spot and then count. So right here I put a dot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. And then 1, 2, 3. And then come back to there. And we're going to, okay, I need a little longer ruler. So we're going to do construction lines. And if you remember from a previous lesson, construction lines are drawn very lightly, so you can barely see them. And just block out those dots that you placed so that we can see our 21 by 3 rectangle. Okay, so from this edge, we're going to do another construction line vertically here. Just 1 unit, so 1. And then right here, we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. Block out this section here. And then the middle square here, we're going to block that out. Okay, take a moment to catch up. Okay, and this section here, that's going to be the cap, and then this section right here is going to be the main body of the marker. So really a lot of the details are going to be placed in this section to start. And what you're going to do is round these corners here, and then put a nice vertical line there, and then draw the horizontal lines. And let me see if I can zoom in here to make this a little easier to see. Turn off, there we go. All right, so hopefully you can see that a little better now. So this is the marker cap, and just try to follow along with what you see me doing. I'm gonna round these corners here and draw a vertical line here, and then there's an angle going in this direction, so try to angle it but also round it just like that, and then try to match on this side, same type of line. Now if you need a little bit more instruction here, the halfway point of this square and this square, that's where I drew the angle to. Okay, and then we have the marker body starting with arcs in the corners here. Let me move this over. And then this is just a straight line. So we're going to line up our ruler again. And instead of a construction line, we'll just draw a nice solid dark line right there. And again, up top. And this one's going to be a nice solid line, just like that. Okay, and then we start kind of placing text on here. So you don't have to write Sharpie. If you want to write your name in a fancy font, that'd be cool. But if you are going to write Sharpie, make sure you reference the attached image in this lesson. But basically, if you are going to write Sharpie, we're going to kind of bubble it out. So I'm going to do my best to recreate this sketch. So I'm going to start by lightly sketching an S shape and then trying to bubble it out in this direction, just like that. Now, I'm not the best at this, so I will be a little lenient on you with the text, and then we're going to kind of color it in a bit. So that's my S. It looks way different on the example. Clean that up a little bit. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and finish writing the word Sharpie. If you want to skip ahead a little bit to see the shading of the rest of this, please feel free. But I'm going to go ahead and try to sketch out the word Sharpie now. All right, so now this is the part where we add shading. So if you look at the example, you'll notice that there's streaks of highlights. And what we can do is we can block out those highlights. So for the pen cap here, we will kind of draw a line like this, along with another couple lines like that. And then along the body of the Sharpie itself, we can line up the ruler, sketch some construction lines, block out a section like that. And then again right here, we'll block out, we'll do like partially block out a little bit right here, just like that. And then with your pencil, if you're using a mechanical pencil, same technique applies with the regular pencil for this one. You're basically going to use the blending technique where you kind of do like a rounded paint brushing of sorts. So with the pencil, you'll kind of see how my pencil is moving, kind of in circles. So on the little nub here, the outsides are going to be darkest, and then the inside is going to be lighter. And then same with the pencil cap. So the bottom and top edges are going to be the darkest. And we shade in up to that first line here. And then fill in this middle part to create the illusion that it is shiny and round. Just like that. And then we apply the same technique to the body. So the top part here is going to be a little darker than the rest. And that strip that we made, we're not going to color in there. That's going to be like the shiny part of it to emphasize that this is a round shape. Same with the bottom here. And we're going to kind of color it in. Your Sharpie text or whatever text you wrote should be the darkest part. That middle line, that middle we're going to shade. So. Okay. Now, neatness counts, so erase anything that you might have needed to help guide your drawing, like the construction lines around the outside. And then if there's any smudging that happened, try to get rid of it. We can make some of these outside lines a little bit thicker, just to make it a little more artsy looking. Okay, try to keep your lines nice and solid and consistent. If you want to put like streaks through it, like this, that's okay. That kind of emphasizes it a little bit more with the roundness. And then if you need to color in the text a little more, that would be good. Okay, so that's your Sharpie sketch. Make sure you're referencing the sketch rubric and looking at this example and following along and looking at the example provided. And of course, if you need any help or guidance one-on-one, make sure that you're asking for that help.